all up into a fucking anger and then make him perform. Good point. It's okay. I've done it before.
Well, don't be so easily to anger, I guess.
Don't be so prodding and inscrutable and fucking pedantic. And I won't get angry. Anyway, let's move on to story time with Paul.
Why inscrutable?
Because I can't figure him the fuck out. I don't think anybody can.
Well,
I think that's the point.
I mean, maybe if you listened.
I do.
No.
I mean, like you say something, and then Ben tries to say something back to you, but you keep trying to talk. Like, I want to make more points.
Okay.
Like, let me respond to the points you already made.
Okay, fine. I'm willing to listen to Ben on this issue if he wants to do that instead of story time with Paul. And
so fuck story time with Paul.
Well, we'll make it the preamble to it.
Paul,
and let's get through it. But
Paul versus Ben on the issue of fatness.
Okay, let's go.
Round one, fight.
I don't even know. Like, I was just trying to say.
So you're saying you were. Let me refresh your memory, Ben. You were saying that the final decision to put something in your mouth is on you,
right? And there might be contributing factors to that decision. But if you're going to say that it's not your final decision, then I mean, at that point, you've totally lost self-control.
Okay, I think that self-control. Am I allowed to?
Yeah.
Are you done? Okay. I think that self-control itself needs to be defined because self-control is a wavering factor in a lot of people on a lot of things. And I think that nobody at this table, or really anybody I've ever met, is immune from that truth. So my self-control is bad, I'll admit. I have a sedentary, unhealthy lifestyle. I tend towards laziness. I tend towards the lowest effort to get the maximum benefit. Now, part of that is good. Work smarter, not harder. But it's more, for me, about not being inconvenienced. Now, there are mitigating factors that I would talk about if I was talking about this honestly. I don't know if you want me to do that.
Go ahead.
Okay. I was born with a scoliosis in my upper back. My spinal doctors have referred to it as a scolioid curve. And I was born with it. And I'm not a candidate for reconstructive surgery because my type of scoliosis damaged part of my cervical spine that they're afraid to straighten out and fuse because that's how they would fix it. And because I've lived my entire life with that scolioid curve, my lower back is now severely damaged. I have a herniated, not herniated yet, but it will be at some point in my life.
Could I ask a question?
Yes.
Do you think your weight may aggravate the issues you already have?
Yeah, no, I know that it does. No, trust me, I know.
And I don't want to get anecdotal.
Okay.
But I know someone who has a condition like yours where throughout high school they had to wear a special corset to hold their...
I've had to do that.
Yeah.
At various times in my life.
And they're someone in advanced age and they're still thin.
Well, another mitigating factor is genetics. I told you the scoliosis was genetic. I have also bad lower back runs in my family. So look, like I
just want to volunteer that I'm just fat because I eat too much.
Right,
I am too.
So that's the point I'm trying to make. Like,
I don't have any sort of deep underlying scarring psychological factors or other reasons.
Sure,
I just like to eat because I'm a gluttonous fucking pig.
Sure,
and I don't give a shit.
I guess that's true at times of me too. But look, I'm saying that there are always, like, look, TJ, if you were honest, there are mitigating factors to you being fat that go beyond your gluttony.
And I have an argument against that.
Psychological underpinning. Okay.
My argument is ultimately it's still your choice. Mitigating factors aside, it's still your choice. And if you're saying it's not your choice, then you're not capable of making your own decisions anymore.
Can I respond to that?
Yep. Yes.
Okay. We talked about my economic status most of my life. At a certain point, you have to put food in your mouth. And at a certain point, you work so much and your level of effort is only so capable that you have to go to a place where you can get cheap, quick, calorically dense food. I'm just saying, I've lived entire, like, months on top ramen. I still eat it to this day.
So what do you say to anyone else who does that and is not fat?
Because those people probably exercise, but exercise is hard for me. See, I didn't grow up around a swimming pool.
I was just going to say that, like, I guess that the fact that societies can tend towards like, you know, weight problems, you know, like it can be part of like some culturally ingrained shit too.
That's that too.
Like it's not like if it was just all boiled down to individual choice, you'd see like the same amount of fatness across the board as provided the economics are on the same basic level and shit. But you really see like it's worse in Mexico. It's worse here. It's worse in
certain population
I don't really know
groups.
what other population groups have really high obesity rates.
Black
but
women.
And if you want like my input on that too, here, cultural input. My mom is like, she's a Southern woman, and you guys will know what that means. She to tell someone she loves them or that she cares about them is to feed them.
Yeah, and to overfeed them, probably.
And to my mom, and I shit you not, it'll happen to you guys if you ever meet her. She will force feed you almost. She'll be like, honey, look at all of this cheesy potato.
Dude, I know what you're talking about, because I was in a Mexican place once, and the waitress there was like a sweet old lady. But she would like shame you if you didn't eat enough.
It wasn't that bad.
She'd come to your, she'd come to your plate and be like, not like mean.
I'll tell you what.
Just like, what's wrong? You feeling sick? Keep eating.
There are cultures, and I've experienced it with Filipinos that I knew when I was a kid. There are cultures where it's considered rude to eat, but I still won't change my position that.
Okay.
I don't believe that it's just that you're just inherently destined to be fat.
You don't believe that there are people who are genetically predisposed to obesity?
Yes, but they don't.
So is that not inherently destined?
Not necessarily. They
depending.
Even if they're genetically predisposed, doesn't mean that they have to.
I mean, like, from what I've read, the genetic predisposition towards obesity is a pretty fucking rare thing.
And I would also point out that for about the first 10, 11, almost 12 years of my life, I wasn't fat. I was actually athletic. I played sports. I ran around. I was able to work with it because I was young, and the back problem hasn't set in.
That reminds me of my brother Stevie, because he used to be quite the little
I got
athlete,
fat.
and now he's a flat fuck.
I'll blow your mind, Ben. There have been times in my adult life where I have been quote unquote not obese. I weighed 230 pounds at one point, which for me is overweight but not obese.
Sure.
So to say that look, I'm not claiming that I can't do it. I'm claiming that there are things in my life that have stood in the way. I do.
So
I genuinely do, and I want to make no kayfabe, no bullshit. I don't need a show challenge. If something springs up around it, I'm fine. But I intend to do it for me because I don't want to die next year of a fucking coronary. If I can intercede in that now, and take care of myself now that I'm in a better place mentally, I might survive a few more fucking years. That's where I'm at. So that's. Now, I'm not saying I will succeed, and I know, I may not. I haven't in the past, but I'm going to try. What can I do but struggle, dude?
That's all you can do.
I mean, you don't even literally have to struggle. You could just incrementally...
Ben.
What? Okay.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
Are you listening, or are you thinking about what you want to say next?
No, I'm just tired of talking about this. I was hoping we could move on, but I guess we're not done. So I'm happy to listen.
Where have I heard this before? Okay, well, I was just saying, like, you don't even have to struggle if you do it in such an incremental way where you just do it a little at a time. It can be done easily over a longer period of time. I was encouraging you, Paul. You had it made up in your mind that I was going to say something else.
I've tried. I just feel like you're giving me advice on something that, Ben, I know you think I've just been a fat slug that laid around all his life and ate gummy bears and got fat. Well, you're treating me like that because you're giving me diet and exercise advice.
Well, Ben,
like I don't know.
Ben lost quite a bit of weight, so I mean,
I know he did.
Speaking
but
from
so have
experience too.
I lost over 100 pounds when I got to 300.
So I'll end it here.
230.
I'll end it here, Paul. I just want to say this.
Okay.
And we're on the show live, and it's cool. Like I'm fine getting this out, Paul. When I talk to you, I feel like you're not listening. I feel like you're just thinking about what you want to say next, and then you have this thing where you always turn it into like I'm personally attacking you. Like I'm attacking.
I'm sorry. I'm just mad, dude. I'm sorry. I'm pissed.
I'm
you
not
got
mad.
Me pissed off. Well, I am.
Okay, fine.
I'm not super mad. Like
I'm attacking you because you're poor. I'm attacking you because you're depressed. I'm attacking you like that's not it. It has nothing to do with that.
This whole thing started with a talk about sympathy, Ben. And I'm just saying, like, look, you may not buy my excuses, and I'd say walk a mile in my fucking shoes. I don't judge you When you look, dude, I'm not trying to call you on the carpet for nothing, Ben, but you gained a little weight when you moved back here.
Oh no, I admitted that right away.
Okay, fair enough. But I'm just saying, did I ever say a fucking word to you about it?
No,
Did I call you a fat slob? Did I do anything? Did I call into question your willpower? Did I give you dietary advice? See, why are you in this nurse position where I got to sit and listen to you give me fucking advice like I'm not a man that has been through diets and exercise plans and worked around this fucking physical deformity that I have and my mental problems to try and make it work? You think I don't know incremental change is better than just jumping into a crash diet or a crash exercise plan? I'm sorry, dude. It just comes off as fucking preachy to me. I'm a grown-ass man. I'm 36 years old. I've been fat and not fat my whole fucking life. I know how to lose weight. And I appreciate your encouragement at the end there, but some of the other shit you've said to me tonight, dude, ain't been that fucking encouraging. My willpower, excuses, at some point you control what you put in your mouth. Well, yeah, that's true. But what does that imply about me? That I'm just dumb and I just like stuff in my face and want to be a big fat lard?
Well, that's what I do.
Well, sure, but he's not talking about you. He's talking about me.
I was just talking about in general. I would say...
No, fuck you. This was about me, man.
I was just saying overall... we choose what we put in our mouths to eat. That's what I was saying. I mean, everyone heard it. So.
Everyone, you know what? Everyone heard everything else you said tonight too, and I guess people can make up their own minds. I was done a while ago. If you're done now, I can keep going. I just don't think there's a point, man.
Sure.
I'm not asking you. I'm not asking you to buy my line. I'm not. Trust me, you ain't seen my X-rays. Maybe I'm a big old huckster who walks around hunched over.
What are you even talking about?
I'm just saying, like, why don't you have a single shred of fucking empathy for a person?
I didn't say that.
Like, why do you roast them like a fucking Frankfurter over the flame because they're fat? and then get
Did I
mad,
do that?
And
Did I do that?
And then get all huffy when they get pissed off when you call into question shit that you either don't know about or don't care about that they feel is mitigating.
What do you think, Scotty?
Man, I ain't touched this.
Jump on in, Scotty.
I don't blame you.
Touch this with a 10-foot fucking pole.
I wouldn't if I were you.
Jump
either,
on
man.
in, Scotty.
I don't blame anybody.
Say something.
Something.
Read the situation to us in your usual blunt way.
I really don't want to.
Oh man, could be so beautiful. All right, I guess the show's over then.
So you're not going to do it?
Me?
Yeah.
All right. I mean, I really don't know.
Ha 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 ha.
That's why I wanted Scotty to sum it all up. Because, you know, I can see how Ben is annoying, but at the same time, I think Paul has, like, a giant persecution complex, and he reads, like, insane amounts of things and the shit Ben says that are not there. That's my read of the situation.
I was just having a conversation on the show.
So you diagnose me, but not him. So he can be annoying, but I have a fucking persecution complex.
I mean, I'm not even
pissed off when he won't drop shit.
I'm just saying, like, everything he says, you turn it into, like, Ben is insinuating this, he's insinuating this, he's insinuating this, he's insinuating this.
What did you think he meant by what he brought up in
He's saying you're fucking he's questioning your willpower. That's what he's doing.
Right.
Why can't he do that?
And I question it myself, and when I
well,
try
if
to
you
explain,
question yourself, why is it that Ben can't fucking question?
He can. I'm not questioning. Look, dude, I sat here and participated in this shit.
That's true.
Do whatever the fuck he wants. He's a grown-ass man. I'm asking, can I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Then we don't disagree.
All right. I guess that's that then.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Peace.